Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very striking development making rounds across South Africa, and it is about the South African Police Service arresting 3 foreign nationals who were found parading a shocking amount of money that police strongly believe was made from robbery activities. It is one of those cases that gets the whole nation talking because it touches on the issues of crime, security, and the role of foreigners in certain unlawful activities. Stay with me until the end so you can hear the sources of this news and verify it for yourself. Before we dive into the full details, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates, and of course share this video so more South Africans can stay informed. Your support really helps us keep bringing you verified and detailed reports. Now let's get into the matter. The arrest took place after police received intelligence about 3 individuals flaunting large sums of cash without any credible explanation of how they came by it. According to police reports, the 3 foreigners were allegedly seen moving around with bundles of money, showing it off in public spaces as though it were an achievement to be admired. But police investigators quickly linked the money to proceeds from robbery incidents that had been under investigation. It was only a matter of time before the suspects were tracked down, cornered, and arrested. What makes this case so alarming is not just the amount of money seized but the brazenness of the suspects. South Africa has seen many robbery cases, from armed robberies targeting businesses to hijackings and cash-in-transit heists, but the arrogance of parading stolen cash openly is what shocked both residents and the police alike. It almost looked like these individuals had no fear of being caught, as if they believed they could get away with it forever. Unfortunately for them, the law finally caught up. The police have not yet revealed the exact total amount of cash confiscated, but initial descriptions suggest it ran into hundreds of thousands of rand. Imagine walking down the street and seeing piles of notes being shown off like trophies, when in reality those notes are tied to violent and criminal acts that leave victims traumatized. That is what makes this case more than just a robbery arrest. It highlights how crime continues to undermine the safety of ordinary South Africans. The suspects are now in custody, and investigations are continuing to link them directly to specific robbery incidents. Police spokespersons have hinted that this arrest might open up more connections to a broader network of criminals operating across provinces. If confirmed, it means the 3 suspects were not just petty thieves but part of an organized chain benefiting from illegal activities. For communities, this brings up bigger concerns. How safe are we really when people can walk around showing off the rewards of crime? What kind of message does it send to younger generations when they see people flaunting money without any legal business or job to back it up? It also shines a light on the role of foreign nationals in certain criminal activities. While not all foreigners are involved in crime, many live here legally and contribute positively. The involvement of these 3 suspects only fuels the ongoing debate about border security, immigration checks, and law enforcement challenges. Some community members who witnessed the arrest told local journalists that they were relieved because the suspects had been living like celebrities in the neighborhood, with flashy cars and loud parties. For them, it seemed obvious the lifestyle was not built on honest work, but until police stepped in, there was little they could do. This shows why intelligence-led policing is so critical in South Africa. Without proper information, many of these criminals continue to live among us undisturbed. At the same time, the case raises questions about how stolen money circulates in the economy. Police are now working to trace whether some of the funds were laundered through informal businesses or moved across borders. This matters because every rand gained through crime represents not only a personal loss to victims but also a bigger loss to the nation as it destabilizes financial systems and fuels more crime. Now, while this case is serious, let's step back and add a little humor, because sometimes in South Africa we need to laugh even at tough times. Imagine these 3 suspects parading stolen money as if they had just won the lotto. Perhaps they thought Instagram likes were going to protect them from SAPS. Unfortunately, this time it wasn't social media followers who came knocking, it was the police, and the only likes they will be getting now are from their cellmates clapping hands when they enter holding cells. On a lighter note, it also shows how arrogance often brings down criminals. If they had kept quiet and hidden the money, maybe they would have slipped under the radar for longer. But in their attempt to show off, they exposed themselves and made the job easier for the police. It is almost like crime defeated itself in this case. So to any would-be criminals out there, maybe learn this lesson: if you steal and then brag, don't be surprised when the police come for you faster than Eskom's load-shedding schedule. But jokes aside, the work of the SAPS here deserves recognition. South Africans often criticize the police for being slow or inefficient, but when they act swiftly and bring down suspects involved in serious crimes, it shows there is still hope for law enforcement in this country. It also reminds us of the importance of community vigilance and cooperation with the police. Without tip-offs and community information, many cases would remain unsolved. Looking ahead, the suspects are expected to appear in court soon, where charges of robbery, possession of suspected stolen property, and possibly money laundering will be formally laid. The case will likely attract a lot of attention because of the amount of money involved and the background of the suspects. It will also feed into the broader debate about crime levels in South Africa and how they are connected to cross-border issues. This is not just about 3 suspects but about what their actions represent. They highlight the constant battle South Africa faces against crime, the need for stronger border controls, and the responsibility of authorities to protect communities. While we celebrate this arrest, we must also remember the victims of the robberies whose lives were disrupted. Justice must not only punish the suspects but also bring closure to those who suffered because of their actions. So South Africans, what are your thoughts? Should police crack down harder on visible displays of unexplained wealth, or should the focus be more on securing borders to stop criminal networks before they enter? These are the tough conversations that we need to keep having if we want a safer country. Before I close, remember to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share it so more people can stay informed. South Africa needs active citizens who follow the news and engage in debates that matter to the future of our country. All images used are for illustration purposes only. News sources for this report include SAPS official statements, News 24, and Sowetan Live.